Yep, nice and easy. We're done with that though. And then the jump rope. Yeah. Whenever I skip rope, I can't use these wireless headphones. They fall right out of my ears. So of course, it would be helpful if I could get the rope itself not to fall out of my hands. Finish my protein shake, then we'll hit this. New name, who this? Yes, sir. Let's get going. Ooh, we already got people watching. All right. Welcome on in, everybody. Sorry about the delay there. Just trying to fix one or two things before we got started. Let's get going. We can hear you now? Yep. Sorry about that, y'all. Just couple technical difficulties. Working on that. Can't hear you. Yep. Omania Mania. Okay, one of those was actually work. One of those actually did work. Terrific. Welcome. Thank you very much for the follow. I apologize for the small bits of confusion there. I have rebranded fully now, and that includes updating alerts, getting new artworks. There's a bunch of that now, and it looks terrific. So yeah, pretty stoked about how it all came out, to be honest. So Russell Sprout, welcome on in. Everybody, welcome on in. Today we're gonna hit push day, and we're gonna get going. Cannot hear. Stream starts with us staring into your eyes. All right. I didn't realize, I thought I had been running the intro, but I think I was testing the scene, and while I was testing it, it popped up. So let's begin with some jump rope. Still a painful blister on my back foot from wearing that new pair of boots. So I need to get a heel insert for that. Let me start with some jump rope. We'll hit bench. Oh, my calves are still sore from ultimate. Oh my gosh. Terrific. So, how y'all doing today? It's 5 o'clock. It's time for me to get going. hey, what if I just, sat down and thought, hey, let's begin benching, and then don't put the bench on the bar? That'll work. Totally. That's definitely how physics works. I'm doing pretty well. Good to see you, Kareem. We got a whole mess of new stuff going on with the server, and with the channel, and with the brand. I have been working with two really wonderful artists, CCLXVIII and Just Nishi. And CCLXVIII's stuff got done last week. That's why you all see this new logo. Hey, appreciate the cheer. Oh, that's frustrating. I guess that alert box didn't work. Dang, that's really annoying. I'm gonna have to fix that. I'm not sure why. It should have given you a new alert box there. I'm not sure why it didn't do that. There you go, there's a fist bump. I'm surprised that. I guess I've got a little bit more work to do on that. Appreciate the 7 bits though. I'll have to fix that when we get inside. Oh well. That's why you do these things. You can't test it all. Sometimes you gotta fly by the seat of your pants to see what really works and what doesn't. So keep warming up. The shoulder's just not very happy with me for some reason right now. I can feel it when I bench. It doesn't really matter what angle up to down I go at. Try a wider grip. No, feel it there too. That's a bit of a worry. Yeah, something in my right shoulder just doesn't seem to want to be healing. Ah, man. Okay, that's really cold. Okay, this stream is not off to a good start so far. Really, really glad I chose black shorts today. Look, I know that part of my audience. I know you're just crying that it isn't white right now, but I don't really feel like getting kicked off the Twitch today. I don't know if maybe it's just getting older or what, but it's frustrating. I just feel that twinge in my shoulder is just not where it should be. Where I feel it the most is right whenever I try to do like a chest fly. I splashed a little bit. I was getting a drink of water and I splashed it on my shorts. Anyway, let's get started. My roommate's coming home. You guys get garage noises for the next 10 minutes because she doesn't know that. Oh, whatever. Hey, I appreciate the follow. Thank you very much. Hazawana Ronks, thank you very much. Who the fuck is BullMuscle? When did I follow this channel? Yep, it's me. I know. I've heard that a lot recently. Let me get a set in and I'll tell you all about the whole rebrand process. Come on, shoulder. Just behave. Behave, I'll get you some delicious, delicious protein after. see, it's not great. Let my shoulder kind of work into it a little bit more. Aren't you worried about repetitive stress injuries? I am, but not enough to want to stop benching altogether. I mean, I've had more time off in the last month to heal this than in the several months I had beforehand. So I don't think it's a repetitive, I don't know what it is. It's just frustrating, is all I know. Just frustrating. Definitely gonna need more air in here. I already feel it's starting to warm up. Take this off so we can keep an eye on the temp. So, Nika chicken. Yeah, I used to be beer battered egg. We've switched to BullMuscle. The reasoning is that I constantly talk about stoicism, keeping the locus of your control focused on, yourself, right? Keep it internal. And tying my identity so tightly to a university I went to 10 years ago and preaching that stoicism, there's a disconnect there. And so by picking a different name, based on attributes I find about myself, I think it makes more sense. Why did I choose BullMuscle? Several reasons. One is because I'm something of an optimist when it comes to investing in finance, and therefore a lot of people would call me a bull or bullish. Another one would be that I like saying strong like bull as a way to hype myself up right before I hit a set. I don't believe in astrology, but I'm also a Taurus, so just one additional little cherry on the sundae there. And I sort of have the same temperament as a bull, usually pretty chill, but if I see red, just get the fuck out of my way until I've lifted. How do you deal with external factors you can't control that can greatly impact your life? They seem harder to ignore or fixate on. Sure. It's funny you ask me that, because I think about what I do for a living. And those of you who have spent a fair amount of time in this community know. And when you think about what that means, for humanity, all of a sudden, it's very difficult to get worked up about the little things. If someone who you don't, if someone as stable as Vladimir Putin or Joe Biden decides, I'm gonna push this little red button, that's it. So I ignore it and say, well, I can't control how life goes if that shit happens, so I'm gonna go ahead and pretend as though there's no chance of it happening, live my life the best way I can based on the things that I can control. It's not a perfect philosophy, but you'll find that nothing is. So that's a bit of a dark way to get to that point, but that's where I would go with it. All right, let's get a little foreigner going, a little hot-blooded. Speaking of hot-blooded, I will be by the end of this workout. It's going to get warm in here. I mean, it's just it's part of being in the atomic industry. You just have to be aware of that. Here we go. Come on. Only 7. Yeah, I'm weak today. That's not good. 8 and 7. Yeah, Hazal Wana Ronks, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that immensely. For those of you who don't know, we're just a tick under 1,400 followers. I'd love to hit 2,000 by the end of the year. Maybe I'll do another Truth or Drink stream if we hit 2,000. That'd be pretty fun. Yeah, there's something deep in that right shoulder that isn't happy with me. Maybe I'll go for a massage or something that might work it out. So what I'm not going to do is just sit and hope it gets better and just rest on it. It could just be as simple as I keep sleeping on it funny. And if I'm doing that, no amount of lifting or refraining from lifting is going to help or hurt. Joe Deeds, have you connected others in the fitness community? Sure have. How much weight was that for 8 reps? 265 pounds. Yeah, no, actually I was in Stars and Bars channel earlier. Stars and Bars, Supernatural Writer, Akroshi, Celty, Joe Workouts, Older Heck, Coel Runnings, Malito, Sergeant Thunder Thighs, and many, many more. I love the Twitch fitness community, absolutely. All right, let's get a little Motley Crue going. Kickstart my heart. I'm gonna try and really kind of zone in here. Hey, thank you very much for the subscribe. Who is that? Vacuum Trash? Appreciate that very much. Thank you. I don't know if the alert worked correctly there. I'm gonna have to fix the alerts. I'm sorry, y'all. I thought I had them all fixed. I think I may have only set them for a different scene. I appreciate that. All right, here we go. Here we go. Strong like Paul. Not strong today. I'm not happy with that. Only 6. Try playing off Celti's stream times. Hey. I mean, I love Celty. I think he's a great guy. Hey, FM, good to see you. Burned in, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. I see we got more than 15 people in chat, which means at the end of this stream, I'll at the end of the workout, I will knock down 8 ounces of raw egg whites. Looking quite strong, my man. It's good to see you. Yeah, I appreciate that. Nigga Chicken, you're the biggest. I'm the biggest. I'm the biggest soy you've ever seen. I mean, I like edamame every so often, but that seems a bit excessive. I see. Maybe you need to. Well, okay, so I suppose this is something I need to talk to you guys about because it doesn't sound like you guys understand. This isn't my day job. My day job, I work in the nuclear industry, and Is downing raw egg whites really necessary? No, but the protein macros are terrific, and some of my audience is comprised of sickos, and they like it. Don't worry, it takes me 10 seconds to do, so if you don't like it, just cover your eyes. But as far as falling off Celti is concerned, I'd love to, but the times don't match up. You have to remember, okay, right, I live in the deep south as well, and I'm already struggling in the heat. It's been a fairly mild summer. The reason I stream in the mornings, particularly Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, is because the temperatures are elevated in here in the afternoon. We're talking 95 plus degrees a lot of the time. It's not that hot in here today, but it will be through July and August, and as a result, it's why I stream in the mornings. It's the only time I can get in here and not have to worry about really slowing down for heat reasons. Now, as far as raw egg whites are concerned, here's the main reason. 100 calories, 24 grams of protein. Go ahead and find me a more protein-rich food per calorie. You won't. It's disgusting. Full disclosure, yes, I agree with you, it's gross. But again, some of the people in here are sickos and they like it. And moreover, the macros are really good, so it's worth me doing. All right, I got one more of these sets, and I'm gonna go down to 225. Feel you on that, considering I live in Florida and biking is my main mode of transportation. Exactly. Yeah, see, South Carolina is not a ton cooler, as you well know. All right, let's get ready for one more set here. If we hit 30, I will do handstand push-ups at the end of the workout, by the way. Can't cook the eggs? I mean, I can, but it's just, you know, a lot harder to do that live on stream. There's a convenience factor. Other thing with cooking raw egg whites is that often it'll stick to the pan unless you use oil, and then you're just introducing shit tons of fat, which means you're counteracting the benefits. Passed out about 2 months ago, decided to walk for a change. It was like the second week of spring. Yeah, it's rough, man. I'm surprised it's been relatively mild so far. It's probably only in the mid-80s right now in here. Probably low to mid-80s outside. It's been rainy today. All right. Come on, one more set heavy and we'll go down. 1, 2. Well, it's not great. I'll take it. Struggle on 6. Let's hit 225. Oh yeah, no. If you live in the deep south at this time of year, you gotta hydrate. The reason I have that big glass of water down there, it's really unsafe not to. I know the other reason I'm maybe a bit weak today. I have been on a cut. I've been running some fairly serious calorie deficits the last few days. I can tell the abs are looking pretty defined. But whenever you run a calorie deficit, you will have less energy for the gym. Good set. I appreciate that. Thank you. You're really leaning out. Yeah. We are very close to the end of the cut cycle. I'm going to finish my cut hopefully around 206, 207, and at about 12% body fat, which means if I do this right, it feels like I will be about 5 to 7 pounds more muscle and the same amount of body fat as I had in November of last year. And I'll probably maintain through July, August, September, October, and then begin a bulk October through Thanksgiving, if I had to take a guess. Let's get a little YouTube going, a little out of control. Remember a few years ago, I went to Fair Festival, 3 people at Class 3 Heat. They're fairly old as well. Weird and quirky, it's good to see you again. Yeah, with regards to heat, it's definitely a big problem anywhere kind of south of the middle of the country. You know, I moved here from Texas, so I know how to handle myself in very hot weather, and it's part of why, you know, I'm not moving very quickly through these sets. It's also because I like talking to you guys, full disclosure, but yeah. Yo, Severus. Not quite sure how it happened, but some of the alerts for like cheers, bits, subscriptions, I don't think updated for the alerts overlay. I know you have perms, so if you go into Stream Elements and you just basically copy and paste the alerts from the OSRS overlay, that may fix the problem. Just, you know, copy and paste them into the alerts overlay from the OSRS overlay. If you want to try that, I'd appreciate it. If not, don't worry about it, and I'll hit it at the end of the workout. I know what I need to do. That won't be too hard. All right, so we've got one more set of bench, then we'll move on to close grip. All right, I gotta get at least 12 here. I'm gonna be pissed off with myself if I don't get at least 12. Fuck! 11. Yeah, I'm weak today. That's disappointing. That is profoundly disappointing. I don't like that. Not happy with that at all. We're gonna have to go down weight. He's not hitting the numbers I want to. It's frustrating. Ugh. Those are aggressive reps. Well, I'm pissed off. I'm weak today, I don't like it. Normally I can rep 13 or 14 there. I only got 11. Also, thank you, Komodo Beats. Komodo Beats, thank you for the first time chat. Welcome. Yeah, we're gonna hit close grip. I think I'll probably hit, I don't want to hit Arnold's or shoulders yet next. Let me go for Arnold's. Here we go. So close grip is only 175. It's not nearly as much weight. Raw press is better than Arnold's. Well, we're going to do both. It's just which order am I going to do them in? I was thinking Arnold's because I can mix them in while my close gripping. I don't have to move the barbell up and then back down. You know what I'm saying? I agree, a straight barbell press is the best shoulder exercise, but it's a convenience thing too. 2, 3. Okay, that actually hurt a lot more deep in the shoulder, like around the rotator cuff. That's concerning. Something's not right there. I'm gonna stick to 175. I could have done 9 or 10 there, but I need to play around with this a little bit more. Maybe I'll do incline next. I don't know. You have shoulder pain, keep it going wide. But yeah, this is supposed to be narrow. This is close grip bench. It's supposed to be working my tris. And this is the best close grip, or the best tricep exercise I've found. Let's see. Weird and quirky. Here we go for the pec mounts. I'll do the can-can. There you go. What the hell's a JM press? Come on. Work through the pain. Just ignore it. Come on. That's 10. Yeah, it feels a bit off in there. Think of a close grip bench and a skull crusher had a kid. So like, right, you're saying something like, so skull crusher's like, right, like this. And close grip bench is like this. How do you, so like this? God, just doing that hurts my shoulder even worse. Okay, so it's a close grip to your nose. Yeah, I can feel that in my shoulder, just doing like deep down in my shoulder, like near the joint. I think I'll pass on that one today. If that felt uncomfortable, like keep your elbows high, yeah, because the elbows are low. All right, I'll give it a try after this set. I'm game. I'm open to trying something new. So see, we got 25 on. Keep an eye on the viewer count, y'all, because if we hit 30, we get handstand push-ups at the end of this workout. All right, come on, 2, 3. Ooh. that's the third set on close grip. Keeping your elbows high, put all the pressure in your scap. All right, tell you what, I'll take you up on it. It's called a JM press. All right, I'll give it a shot. I mean, you guys see in your rep or close grip of 175, and I know I can usually hit 95 on skull crushers with minimal incident. So if it's a high number two, I think 125 will be good to start at. So keep the elbows up, so it should look like this. All right, so like this. That's just a skull crush. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, now I think I see what you're getting at. Yeah, you gotta, your scap muscles come back. Well, again, if I can reliably skull crush 95, and if I can reliably close grip bench 175, like we're talking for sets of 10, I should at least be able to get a couple reps at 125. And if I can't, I'll go down weight then. All right, I'll give it a shot. Let me know if this kind of looks right or if it's wrong, all right? Nah, I gotta go down weight. That's awkward as shit. That actually might be harder than shoulder press because I'm not used to the form. I gotta play around with that at lighter weight first. I don't know humble myself and get hurt. The strength is there, but I'm not comfortable with that form yet. Let's try this. All right, this is 85. I should have no problems with this. Oh God, that really hurts the elbows. Dude, that hurts. Like, not in a good way. I don't know if I'm doing that wrong, but I'm not doing any more of those for today. Dude, I already just did lower it. I got the fucking bar, man, but like, it's the motion. It's not a strength issue. That motion is inherently awkward. You're having to bring the bar to your face. Entirely wrong, but that's chill. Dude, just saying, this is, man, you're coming in here awful sure of yourself, man. I'm still listening, but like, it doesn't, that shit hurts, this hurts my elbows to do. Like, spread my lats. There's no way to keep your elbows much higher than this. I'm using my scaps to, it's just fucking awkward. It just feels like it should be down here. It isn't. All this is doing is putting strain on my elbows. Am I doing something wrong here? Because your elbows are not high. Dude, my elbows are high. Jesus Christ. Like, how much higher are my elbows supposed to fucking be? I mean, if the bar's supposed to come down my nose, my elbows can't, well, it's not possible. Like, right? You know, this to me, you know what this feels like? This feels like going ass to grass on squats, but for my elbows instead of my knees. Yeah, I'm failing to see how this is any better than a skull crusher, or I'll stick with it. All it's like, I'm not really feeling it in my triceps, just feeling it in my elbows. Your elbows are flaring. What? How are they supposed to go? Am I putting is my position, like my grip position, too narrow? Like, I'm willing to learn. That's part of why I love doing this, is because you get people who come on and talk about like learning, but failing to see the point here. This just feels like it's putting way more tension on my elbows for no real benefit. That I don't feel it in my tris, I feel it right here. Yeah, jam press. Try it. I mean, I can't really go any further down weight. I'm not really feeling it in my elbows. So let's try 55, see if maybe I jumped a bit too far down. Maybe a little, I'm going a little slow. This is learning now. I don't really care about how it feels. I'll count that as a set just because I'm learning, but I'm not. So, okay. So don't flare your elbows, but like have your elbows in here and push up. This literally just seems like a skull crush to me. Because if you want to keep your elbows up, you're basically just rotating at the elbows. You're not moving your shoulders at all. That's a skull crush. But if you want to move your elbows down, well, then your elbows won't be up anymore. So it's you're telling me my elbows have to stay up. So it seems like I'm not understanding. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch the video. Because I am definitely not understanding what the point of this is. Jam press tutorial, okay. Okay. Just gotta do it right. Okay, well, let's see what it says. So you need an upper back arch. Okay, so you need to arch your back, almost grip. Bring it over your throat. Oh, so it's supposed to be over your throat, not over your nose. So you're gonna collapse the elbows straight down. Now his elbows are coming out though. Yeah, that's just a bench press higher up. That's a close grip bench press higher up is what he was doing. I hit 30. Well, awesome. That means y'all have earned handstand push-ups at the end of this workout. To incorporate, you're treating what I'm saying like a skull crusher only, but you incorporate the tension buildup of a skull into a press. Okay. So like, you post grip, arch your back. Like that? Oh, hang on. Am I doing this right? Okay, that's a bit more natural. If I put it at the throat instead of at my nose, that feels a little bit more. Now the elbow's got to stay up. So now if I put the elbows up like this, I feel a lot more pain in my elbows. But if I do this, that I can kind of feel it. It looks right to me. Okay. How long ago did my arms start hurting you? It's not. It's just the motion here. This is part of the learning curve. I wasn't doing it right previously, which is why I was hurting my elbow. I was trying to focus too much on having my elbows point up, which if I do that, it's loading all the torque on my elbow, and then it hurts like a bitch. But I think I see what's going on here. I'm gonna do another set at that. No, this isn't heavy weight, but this is important. I need to learn. This is important. It's about learning. It's frustrating to have to humble yourself, though. Elbow pain, most likely means you have some lack of mobility on the short head of your tricep. Well, okay. I mean, that's awesome. What do I do with that information? Is there an exercise to fix that? That's the sweet spot right there. Yeah, the scaps come together. So the problem is that the scaps don't come together for me if I'm putting it at my nose. If I put it at my neck, I feel a lot better. And yeah, your elbows, they're gonna flare a little bit. They're gonna come outwards, but that's pretty normal. I mean, it happens on except unless you go in a close grip, you're gonna do that anyway, so. There's the burn starting to come in from the triceps. See, I'm having trouble. The idea that the elbows have to be up here, that's where all the torque, the pain on the elbows is coming from. So if I keep my elbows sort of, more parallel like a press, because if you're bench pressing, your elbows are down here. If you're close grip pressing, your elbows are down here. If you're JM pressing, it doesn't make sense to have your elbows up here. But if they're down here, I can feel it, and I feel it in my tricep. If it's too awkward, can't fix it, just stretch it over time. If it's too awkward, just drop it. Nah. I like learning new things. That's a quitter's mindset. I don't wanna quit on this just because I'm having trouble picking it up, but look, I've bench pressed for 15 years of my life. Of course I'm going to know how to do that easily. I've done close grip bench for, I don't even know how long. Probably about the same. Let's throw a little more weight. This is the 65. See how this feels. Because I'm eager to learn. One thing I promise you, most of my clients myself get significant increases in the bench from this movement. Well, for what it's worth, bench is my strongest suit, so to speak. My max all-time PR is 355. These days, today I'm pretty weak. I repped, I think the first set was 8 at 265, so today, if I had to guess a max, probably somewhere around 330, just today. But, I'm also getting near the end of a cut cycle, so we got me through the 365 plateau. Respect, dog. That's a damn good bench. What are your PRs? This is exactly why I started listening to you. Not even because you were a trainer, but because I had a feeling you're coming in here with some really obscure workout like this, there had to be a reason. And that reason appears to be that you're fucking strong. And that's when I start taking notes. That's why I stick with it. But if you're in here, now I gotta know what your PR's at. Come on, flex a little on us plebs. If you said you had a 365 plateau, I can only assume your actual PRs are pretty fucking high. All right, check me on the form on this. This feels right. Yeah, the arch is the key. Well, the limiting factor on my bench has always been triceps, so, you know, this could end up being something of a hack. That felt pretty good. 425, 615, 585. Bench dead squat. Dude, that's excellent. I'm 355, 435, and 405. So that's kudos to you, man. Hats off. That's damn impressive. That's exactly why, frustrating though going down weight like this may be, I'm still listening and I'm willing to try it. It's good, yeah, if anything, focus from this angle. A bit smaller of your elbow to your lat. So my elbow's here, my lat's here. So like, right, so if I'm coming down with it, you're saying more like this? Like pulling it back a little bit almost? Or the opposite way, like this? This is actually valuable. Downwards. Okay, so more like this. Really squeeze the scaps in the back. Oh, you're saying down like this downwards. I got you. So like, so instead of here, more like this. You made a lot of micro adjustments depend on your anatomy. Yeah, I got you. No, don't focus on your strap. Okay. I'm starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with how this works. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit one more set at 85. And then just kind of rep out on it. I think I'm starting to get the idea. It definitely feels a lot more comfortable now. I think I'm kind of starting to fine tune it. I'm gonna watch a few more videos on this. Dude, if you're clearly a guru and you know what you're doing, if you want to hop into my Discord at any point and spend some time there, say howdy to the crew. I'd love to talk to you. Clearly, guys, every so often, it's not a frequent occurrence. Every so often you'll get these guys who come in on Twitch and really know what the hell they're doing, and they'll give you nuggets of wisdom like this. And it's really important to stop what you're doing and listen, because one of the things I found in getting to this point, again, right here, guys like this are proving that, I'm nowhere near the top of the game, but guys like this are proving that there's always room for improvement, and the only way you improve is if you humble yourself and you try to learn. So I fucking suck at this, but I'm gonna keep trying, I'm gonna practice, I'm gonna get better at it. All right, let me do one more set. That'll be my fourth set on this. I think I'll be good on that. I wanna hit a few other things today. Might as well go up to military press from here since I've already D-racked. And I agree, military press is better than any dumbbell press, but I was feeling like, if I have it down here, don't feel like re-racking, blah, blah, blah. All right, this is 85. So focus on elbows a bit further down, so a little bit more like this. So yeah, almost like, it really is a close grip meets a skull crush in a lot of ways. It's basically, yeah, it's a hybrid of the two, as near as makes no difference. This will be a good one to throw in. I won't do it every workout, but I'll probably substitute either skull crush or close grip bench with this in the future. Like I'll probably, instead of just doing both close grip and skull crush, I'll probably make it 2 out of those 3. Okay, that hurts elbow a little bit. There we go. That's not bad. Remember to arch the back. That actually helps a lot for this one more than a bench. Come on, elbows down. Yeah, that's better. Hey, thank you very much for the follow. I think that was 12. It was either 11 or 12. I kind of lost count. Appreciate the follow. Garadoc, thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate this. Usually people use this directly after the bench sets for 2 by 8 or 10 or ending of a workout. That's smart. That's definitely smart. This is, to me, this seems like a better one to replace. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, seems like a better one to replace skull crushers with than close grip. So close grip, I feel like I can actually put some reasonably heavy weight on. But this feels, yeah, now I'm feeling it in my tris. That's pretty good. We'll see how badly they lock up when I do handstand push-ups later. That'll be the real test. If I have trouble getting like 3, then we'll know, okay, yeah, this is legit. Let's go ahead and move to shoulders. Since we're here, we do shoulders, incline, and a bunch of other things. I'll do incline with dumbbells today. Usually if I do bench with dumbbells, I'll do incline with barbell and vice versa. Not always, but I kind of like to alternate, play with all my toys. Where's the fun in, you know, leaving some of them out? Yeah, welcome on in everybody. That means, gosh, we got several follows already. We're north of 30 viewers. That's pretty good. Usually we aren't at this point on Thursday afternoon. I still utilize close grip to get far too much front delt for my liking. I mean, that's fair. No, that's a fair criticism. Because if you're really, for me, and this is really probably just extremely valuable advice, because for me, my limiting point on bench has always been, right, if I'm benching, I can get substantially more weight to here than from here to here, right? It's that final lockout that I have trouble with, which would suggest that triceps are my limiting muscle, not chest. So the advice you're giving me here might be sort of the secret to crack that. Yeah, that's about right. 84 degrees in here. It could be worse. It will get worse. I can promise y'all that. Let's go for 150 today. Let's go 150 on shoulder press. Now, I generally try not to push press. You know, I'm not an Olympic powerlifter, so, you know, a little bit is okay. But like if you're doing this every single set, you are making it easier on yourself. So I tend to, I don't know. I'm not a farm Nazi, but like at the same time, like, you know, have some standards. So use close grip. So you know, when training tries, try close grip, dips and push downs, and skull crushers after some strength is established. Yeah. So I don't have a dip bar here. Eventually, I will probably replace this with like a full-on power rack or something. But for the time being, I have to make this work. Maybe I'll get a dip extension for this, although I'm not entirely sure that can support my weight in a way I would find safe. So, no, I do wish I had a way to do dips here, and I don't. There's nothing I could really do about that. All right, let me get a little bit of music on for this one now. Let's go a little hair metal. yeah, I tend to do, so if I'm going to do, usually the way I'll do it is 10, for push day I'll do sets of 10, or 10 sets each, so I'll do 10 chest, 10 triceps, 10 shoulders, and then that's how I'll usually go about it. Usually I'll do, bench dips are also a great alternative. Interesting, I'll take a look at those. 4 can be, it really does depend how you're using the muscles. Like if you're going for, it also depends on like if you're going absolute max to failure, then yeah, that's excessive. But like if you're going for, you know, stricter sort of more form cable or even like band resistance movements, you could probably get away with a few more sets. All right, let me do some shoulders here. One, two, three. That was 8. That's not bad. Four is considered basics in some schools, 3 in others. 3 sets of 4 exercises is enough to exhaust for a larger. I'm not sure that's true. I've done squats for like really high volume before, and if you push it, you can do like 15 sets of squat in one workout. You'll be dead at the end of it. But yeah, 3 sets of 4. Here's the other thing too. Are you training Are you training triceps twice a week or once a week? So if you're training it once a week, you can do a whole lot more than you can. You can do more sets in your workout if you're only doing triceps once a week. If you're doing it twice a week, then yeah, you probably don't want to be doing 12 sets each time. It's not proper exhaustion on each set. Well, see, now I've heard 2 different things on this. There are some people who swear train to failure on every set. I think that's a bit excessive. But like, usually the way it should be is have 1 to 2 sets, or 1 to 2 reps before failure. That's about as far as you want to train if you're training multiple sets. All right, let's do one more set here. There we go. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Man, I'd like to be getting 10. RP rest times are training for powerlifting. Yeah, Deeds, I gotta know now. What are your PRs? One to 2 from failure. I mean, okay, so that's just what I've read. Again, I'm very willing to learn and take a different approach. But, you know, I've been doing this for 15 years, and while I don't have the numbers you quite do, Komodo, I'm not doing bad either. So, I'm interested then. Do you prefer, so I know with, so I have done the super squats workout before, and that definitely was a different take on it, which was far lower volume, but absolutely ratchet up the intensity to, frankly, a near dangerous level. All suggestions and point have value. Sometimes. Because as long as it's safe, then yeah. But there are some suggestions that, if you listen to all the advice you get, You have to be able to discern what you know is unsafe. Like people who tell me, why aren't you benching with clips on? Well, it's because I'm alone. If I fail on a bench press, say, God forbid, something tears in my upper body, in my pec, shoulders, whatever. If I have clips on, that fucker's stuck on me. If I don't have clips on, I can just tilt to one side, the weight will fall off, and I can get out. So I try to listen to everybody, but there is bad information too. You have to know how to sort out the difference. Never to someone they were wrong till they were wrong. Just the use of information, the second and third hand sources fuck up a lot. Very valuable research is available now. Komodo Beats, I gotta ask you, have you ever heard of the Super Squats workout by Randall Strawson? I mean, that was the single hardest workout regimen I've ever done, but I have not seen gains like that within 6 weeks since high school. It was awesome. I also get to eat whatever I want, which is pretty dope too. I really like milk, so. Oh, okay. So super squats is the basic premise, and there are other exercises you do in the workout. The basic premise of it is you take your normal 10 rep heavy breathing squat and you do 20 reps. You don't quit. You can take as long as you want. You can make it a 3-minute set for all you care. But you can't quit. You have to psych yourself up and just hit 20. By the end, it's almost, you enter sort of a trance state in the last few sets. Like, things get fucking weird those last few sets. Those last few reps. But it works. It was definitely extremely effective. I've never pushed myself that hard in the gym before. And my squat ended up going up by, I think, I want to say like 25 pounds in 6 weeks, which is pretty good. Bench went up by 20 pounds, deadlift went up by 30, something like that. Sounds decent, but hard on the CNS. Well, that's the other thing. Yeah, it's extremely difficult on the CNS, but you're only doing 3 workouts a week. And they say, if you start failing, go down to 2. It's, I'll show you the book whenever we're done here. If you're here at the end of the workout in the Q&A, I'll show you the book. It's some wild advice, but it works, man. A lot of what's preached in there is, stuff guys in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s used. And, if it worked for them without a lot of the modern tech, it's sort of like, it's like a small block Chevy engine. Might not be the fastest thing, might not be the most efficient thing, but it fucking works. All right, let me hit another set. I'll do a third set here, then probably move it behind the neck. 2, 3. Nope. 8 will be what I get today. Won't lie. Just blasted so much Deca and Tren. What's Deca and Tren? I'm talking guys like Harry Rader, JC Highs, that era. Like, most of those guys, we're talking, Depression era in some cases. I don't think steroids existed in the 30s, did it? I know guys went on gear, like Arnold went on gear in the 70s and the 80s, but I think that far back, were people still juicing? I thought steroids are more like an invention that came out in the 60s or 70s. Yeah. No, super squats is, it works. I will say again, it works, but no, one of my favorite lifting YouTubers is Alan Brawl. I watch a lot of his stuff, and he's reviewed that workout. He says, and I would agree with this assessment, that will make you strong like bull, which is trying to make that, my slogan, but it is, this is to quote him, really fucking hard. It will make every other workout you do seem easy. And I would agree with that. Having lifted for 15 years, super squats is another. It's a different beast, but it works. Oh my God, does it work? All right, here we go. Ooh. Okay. Starting to get some soreness deep in the shoulder. I think I'm going to stop on that for today. That's unusual. That doesn't normally happen. Okay. Look at when it's frustrating, fucking annoying, but not worth getting rid of. You just rep that to 10 with no real problems. I have the strength to continue going there, but it's starting to feel, it's something deep in there. And I'm wondering if it's just the way I sleep on it or what, but something's not right deep in there. I really want to go see a doctor for it though. It hasn't really gone away in the last few weeks. Conference call done, stream elements, then copy it over, let you know. Kill it. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, genuinely. Severus, you rock. All right, let's do some triceps extensions. We'll come back and we'll hit vertical flies, or shoulder flies rather. I'm gonna do those at lighter weight than normal, just because I want to make sure nothing's fucked up. This is frustrating though. This is really annoying. When's the last time you had a drink? Wednesday. I try not to drink too much, but I got this really nice box of craft whiskey from my mother. Like, a couple of mini bottles. I'm not gonna throw that away. All right, let's do shoulder flies and see how that goes. You do a drinking stream talking about different brands, states, procedures. Would you want to see that? I mean, so, all right, Nika, if you want to see me do different things like that, here's what you got to do. You need to start participating in my Discord. That's where I have an ideas and feedback channel for stuff exactly like that. So if you want me to do other things, what I like doing is someone will post an idea, we'll have a vote on it. Because what I don't like doing is doing a stream exclusively for one person, and then nobody else is interested, and then my viewership suffers. All right, so let's try side shoulder flies and see how this feels. Okay, that doesn't feel too bad. That didn't feel too bad. I'm gonna do a second set of those. Side shoulder flies is a new one for me. I've been doing that for, gosh, I don't know how long. I like it. I feel it really on the tops of my shoulders. Kind of equal parts front and back. I mean, basically it's the idea of like a lat raise, right? But instead of using your backs, side shoulder. Like, if you have something else you're supposed to call it, you let me know. To me, it's like, well, right, this is a chest fly, so why wouldn't this or this be a shoulder fly? Those are lateral raises? No, lateral raises is when you got it elbows bent. I don't feel this in my lats at all, though. I feel it on my shoulders. There's a big difference if you bend your elbow. No, oh, okay. Those are, lateral raises versus lat raises. I gotcha. All right, that felt pretty decent. Bending the elbow doesn't make a different exercise, it's just a variation on how you like to do it. I mean, it makes it hit different muscles, so as far as I'm concerned, it's a different exercise. I mean, whatever, I can call them side raises, that's fine too. But they serve entirely different purposes. I feel it in my shoulders when I don't have my elbows bent. I feel it in my lats when I do have my elbows bent. So, I mean, I don't know. You should want to just enjoy the new nomenclature. I mean, you're probably right. You're probably right. That's what the term is, but it doesn't make sense to call that lat raises. Because I think of lat raises, I think of your lats, like the muscle in your back. I've always called these shoulder flies, so. Alright, so where are we at? So we're doing 5 sets of chest. Tries we did 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that'll be 8, 9, 10. So we'll be done with one more tricep set. And then shoulders, we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we do one more set of front raises. Is that right? 2 sets of Arnold press will be done on shoulders, and we got 5 sets of chest left. It's important to know what exercise is going to target bubble raises. Some people call Romanian deadlift stiff-legged deadlift. It's funny you mentioned that, actually, because in super squats it refers to it as that old-timey name. So that's how I've always called it. Y'all call it. I'll call it Romanian deadlift. So I've seen it as stiff-legged, but it's the same concept. The whole point, therein being to hit your hamstrings really hard, focus a lot more on the eccentric motion, versus a conventional deadlift where you're focusing on, bringing the weight up. It's getting hot in here. Ugh. Come on. See if it's actually getting any cooler in here thanks to that fan. Nope. Still 84.5 degrees in here. Ugh. Worst part is it's gonna get hotter. It's gonna be honestly, I should be thankful it's only 84. It's going to be well into the 90s from here to September. I just have to learn to live with it. God, I love the South. Ah! All right. So that'll do it for that'll do it for tries. We're done there. What do we got? Incline. Do you want to incline with the barbell? No. No, I want to do the dumbbell today. I usually, if I hit bench with barbell, I hit incline with dumbbell press. It's better that way. Plus, I didn't buy these power blocks not to use them. I love these things so much. That was a splurge I never thought I'd be able to do. And thanks to you guys, my awesome community, I was able to afford it. By the way, you will notice that there are like virtually no ads on my stream. I run the minimum amount Twitch allows me to as an affiliate because I have no interest in giving Amazon any more of my money than I have to. It's not that Amazon does anything wrong, but it's just that ads ruin the viewing experience for the audience, and I don't need the money. My day job pays plenty. Again, if you see this up in the top corner, I will be able to retire before I turn 30 in 2 years. So why run the ads when the reason I'm doing this is to help educate, try and help teach you guys based off of what I've learned. And very seldom, again, it doesn't happen often, but I appreciate it when it does happen, is a guru who knows what the fuck they're talking about in a way I don't, comes in here and gives me a little bit of a lesson. So Komodo, seriously, genuinely, thank you. I appreciate it. Always stay humble. You want to learn from people who are better than you. In this case, he's better than me. But you better believe that's a fucking motivator. You better believe I want to fucking kick this set's ass. Come on. Wait for the guitar solo. This is Van Halen we got here. Come on! Oh. All right, it's 15, I'll take it. Pretty clean, I feel like I could have probably done another rep. I'm not gonna. I think I'm gonna stick with 70. I think I'm gonna stick with 15. But I will tell you, it is hot and sticky in here, and my slimy back is starting to move down the bench because just southern things. No, seriously, I would never ever want to live in that Yankee land up there, man. Fuck 6 months of winter. That's just awful. My car is 6 years old and ain't got a spot of rust on it. Ooh. They got no use in living up north. Damn right, Komodo, though. No. The right way to deal with someone stronger than you showing you up on your own stream is to listen to him, take notes, and then kick his ass. So that's gonna be my goal. I'm gonna try and get better. And the best part about that is, well, you're a trainer, you probably don't have to worry about this, but that competitive drive that, us guys have, hopefully that, you know, that's the same thing. It's like, you can feel good. You came and helped me today on my community, right? But then, you could say, you know what, I feel good. I helped this guy out, but he's coming for me. I get that much more motivation to stay on my top, to stay at the top of my game. Just ban me from the start. The ego man on here can't handle it. I mean, once you tell me like what you're legit, you know, like the fact that you were telling me to do some obscure ass exercise, I've never heard of a jam press before, and I'm not the most up to date on my lifting knowledge, but like, I know a fair amount. I know enough to hold my own in here. The fact you're telling me, hey, do this obscure exercise that'll hit your triceps in a way that you probably need to, that tells me, okay, I should hear this guy out. But then, the ego men on here can't handle it. I mean, what I found is a dash of politics goes a long way, especially with Southern guys like myself. You know, pride is a sin. Certainly, I have it. It's a sin I have to battle from time to time. So, you know, I definitely I can imagine you getting banned for offering advice. I'm not going to do that. In fact, if anything, we have a role called Guru on the Discord, like specifically for people like you, because again, learning is a lifelong process, and if you're not willing to put your fucking ego aside and listen, what's Southern cuisine like? Delicious and terrible for you. That's the quickest way to describe it. Southern cuisine's the best in the country in terms of the way it tastes. It will also give you premature health problems, unfortunately. A lot of stuff is deep fried here, a lot of red meat. Let me do a set, I'll give you a rundown, okay? So I can't do that. I would love to talk about my beloved Dixieland. But first, I owe myself another set. 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Oh, 13. Damn. I wanted 15 again. Okay, so Southern food. Lifting weights is such a gift, such a good thing. Absolutely. TSM Coach Reno, I love me some chicken fried steak too, which is a staple of the great state of Texas, but don't eat it very often. It's just a really good way to give you all sorts of health problems later in life if you eat it all the time. If you're gonna upgrade your car headlights to LEDs, please, Jiggy Man, if you're gonna do that, please make sure you don't have one of those big stupid lifted trucks, because for the rest of us who drive normal cars, those headlights are already right at rearview mirror level, and the ridiculously bright LEDs they're terrible. Is there a joke? Most of my diet is chicken. Well, as far as Southern cuisine is concerned, here in South Carolina, we have, I'm gonna have to get to barbecue later. That's an entirely different discussion, but barbecue is a very Southern thing. Here in South Carolina, we've got Frogmore stew, which is, it is similar to Louisiana crawfish boil, but with shrimp. Here in Georgia, or across the river in Georgia, you get the Vidalia onion, which you make all sorts of different things with. Georgia's also given us Waffle House, Chick-fil-A, Coca-Cola. Did I mention the South was unhealthy in terms of the way it ate? I put LEDs in the wrong housing and aimed them too high. Cool. Excellent. As long as they're aimed, yeah, just don't aim them You know, if there's a poor dude in a Civic, don't aim them directly at his eyeballs. Vidalia onions are wonderful. Alabama puts mayo-based barbecue sauce on chicken, and that's an abomination, so we just ignore Alabama. Otherwise, Alabama does pretty decent ribs. Louisiana is an entirely different thing all about itself, with the Cajun and the Creole food. The main difference between Cajun and Creole is mix of more Caribbean influences, predominantly found in New Orleans, and historically more associated with black folks. Cajun is historically the country areas of southern Louisiana, historically more associated with white folks. Both are excellent. You have catfish capital of the United States is in Mississippi. Love me some catfish, it's good stuff. You've got my favorite type of wine, I have the Scuppernong wine that I grow here. I actually grow Scuppernong grapes, make my own wine, that's pretty good. The South is an underrated wine region. Then you have all the fresh citrus from both Texas and Florida. Florida, you've got wonderful, wonderful seafood, both from the Gulf Coast and the Atlantic Coast. You have the key lime pie, of course, which is far south Florida. Cubanos, we have great Mexican food in Texas. You've got a whole lot more too. You got Virginia peanuts, Virginia ham. I'm gonna do another set here on bench, and then I'll talk about barbecue. I need an entire rest break to talk about barbecue. And yes, I'm aware I'm going slowly, but like, come on, we're talking about my beloved homeland. Are you ever scared to get botulism from your wine? No. Kansas and Arizona are not southern. Missouri is half southern. You get into the Ozarks, yeah, that's the south. But like St. Louis, Columbia, those are Midwestern towns. Kansas City has an argument to make with the barbecue, but I tend to lean to giving that to the Midwest. Arizona is not the South. No. Arizona wants to be in the South, but it's not the South. Arizona is its own different, completely fucked up thing. Before you get angry at me for saying that, look, I don't care if it's a dry heat. If it's 116 out, it's fucking unpleasant. 2, 3, oh. 12. Oh, that's all I got. Damn. All right. Kentucky is southern, though. Kentucky gives us the wonderful world of bourbon. Tennessee gives us whiskey, and let's talk about barbecue. Okay, barbecue. There are 4 main schools of barbecue. Texas, Kansas City, Tennessee, Carolina. Those are the big 4. There are other sub-varieties. Alabama is one of them, but we don't talk about Alabama. Texas, primarily beef-based. The star of the menu is brisket. It will usually be served with something like charro beans and white bread. Seasoning is more often than not dry rub. It is a faux pas to put barbecue sauce on your brisket without trying it first. If you have to put barbecue sauce on your brisket, frankly, that means the brisket isn't good enough. Good Texas brisket does not need sauce. I feel very strongly about this one because I am, more than any other state, a Texan. I wasn't born in Texas, it's the longest I lived anywhere, and it's where I went to school. For those of you who don't know, somehow, I'm a Texas A&M graduate, so I'm a diehard Aggie until the day I die. Kansas City, focuses mostly around burnt ends, usually has a thick, syrupy kind of sauce. It's usually quite sweet, and it's usually very good. Kansas City style barbecue is probably the best thing the Midwest does. Vic Archer, thank you very much for the follow. I think I need to turn the notification volume down a bit. I feel like that's a bit loud. Let me know, chat, if that follow notification, if that follow notification is a bit too loud, let me know. But thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate that. So that's Kansas City. Tennessee, usually based around ribs. You can also find this barbecue style often in Missouri, or sorry, not Missouri, Mississippi and Alabama, as well as Georgia. It's typically based on ribs. They're typically pork or baby back ribs. The sauce is usually cousins of the Kansas City sauce, but not always. The further east within Tennessee you go, it tends to be a little bit more like that. Then you have Carolina barbecue. Carolina barbecue is based around pork as well, but it's usually based around pork shoulder, or in some instances, Eastern Carolina, you have the whole pig or whole hog barbecue, which is about pig picket, which is they will have an entire hog carcass on the smoker and shred and pick bits of the pork off to make barbecue out of. Carolina, there are 3 sub-schools of styles. You have Western Carolina, which comprises the western half of North Carolina from the Piedmont West, and the upstate of South Carolina, which is a thick, heavy, syrupy, tomato-based sauce similar to what you'd find in Tennessee. Eastern Carolina is the vinegary Carolina barbecue that most people know about. That's out towards the coast where you'd find the Outer Banks, Pamlico, Tar River, New Bern, that kind of area. And then you have my personal favorite of the Carolinas, South Carolina mustard-based barbecue sauce. The barbecue sauce is yellow. Sometimes you'll see it referred to as Carolina Gold. It's very good. I personally like it because it's got the right balance. If done properly, it's got the right balance. It's not quite as overly vinegar-based as the vinegar-based barbecue of Eastern Carolina, and not quite as sickeningly sweet as the tomato-based sauces of Western North Carolina and the upstate. Damn, I wish I got all this info on paper. Ask me in the Discord and I'll provide it to you again. I will absolutely talk. I will happily talk about barbecue for as long as y'all want. That I can do. I like talking about barbecue almost as much as I like eating it. Absolutely. All right, let's go for 40s here. We'll hit Arnold press and chest flies, and I believe that's it. I hope Komodo joined the Discord because I want to talk to that guy. He clearly knew what he was doing. I hope he didn't. I hope he didn't leave. I'm gonna definitely send him a DM after this because he clearly knows his shit. Let's see here. Let's do 2 sets of Arnold just because I like them. Mosquito. And then 2 sets of chest flies will be good. Okay. Ooh, speaking of Texas barbecue, go for a little ZZ Top. Got me under pressure. Oh, and anyone who tells you that Maryland has barbecue called Maryland Pit Beef, they are Yankees and they're delusional. Just slowly walk away from them. Don't disturb them. They can get very aggressive, and then they'll start screaming about how Natty Boh isn't, piss water dug up from the Patuxent. Marylanders are weird people. Just in general, stay away. So, yeah, there are other barbecue varieties. Namely, again, Maryland, Alabama has one, but they're best left not talked about. It's not worth the time. Have you had? Okay, this is only in America. There are acceptable forms of barbecue in other countries, of course, and South America does it extremely well. I'll talk about that after this set. Where else are you going to get virtually ad-free lifting and barbecue knowledge? But yeah, the best barbecue in the world and in the United States comes from my beloved home, my beloved great state of Texas. Ain't nowhere that does it better than really good brisket. Here we go. whips and chains. She likes cocaine. Got me under pressure. Da, 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 da. It's got me under pressure. All right, so Korea barbecue, excellent stuff. Love me a little bit of bulgogi and all the other wonderful stuff. Brazilian, I've seen Argentina does it in a similar manner where it's a bunch of different meats. They're just grilled up and they taste wonderful. That's pretty good stuff. Mongolian barbecue is pretty good too. Yeah, I personally have never had better barbecue than from the great state of Texas. That's my, I had a friend that I used to live with. This is actually, this has been 2020 and 2021. And that's really, he had this smoker that he built with a couple of his buddies with some old pig iron and a welder. That fucker was, he'd get up it was like 3 or 4 in the morning to start smoking that fucker. It'd be ready by dinner time, about 15 hours later. Oh my God. You ever had shashlik? I assume you're talking about the Russian meal, shashlik. I might be butchering the pronunciation of that, but it's quite good too. Hey, Sophie Amazing, welcome on in. I feel like I've seen you here before, but it says you got a first-time chat. Can you flex? Sure, if you redeem points for it. Thank you very much for the follow. I would consider doing so right now, but I got a set to do. Here we go. 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Come on. All right. 2 sets of chest flies, then we're done. Appreciate the follow. So for those of you who want to see me flex or bounce my pecs or other stuff, if you click the bottom left corner, you have channel points, and you can make me choose stuff. Okay, so Nika, redeem, make me flex a muscle or pose, and I pick. Today's been chest day, but I'm about to do a chest exercise, so I'm not going to do that. I think I'll give you the back. There you go. All right. 2 more sets. Now, I'm hoping I don't have issues on my shoulder here. We're gonna find out. Excuse me. If you've never had to fart mid-workout, you haven't been working out hard enough. Usually that happens on leg day. So, ow. I pinched my nipple. That did not feel good. Ah. Still worth it though. To keep your hair under your arms? I don't understand the question. You talking about like my armpit hair? I mean, yes, but I just don't naturally grow it. It's a genetic thing. I don't really have a whole lot of armpit hair. I have a little. Sometimes fart gets that. Oh, dude, like on leg press, if I get a fart, that fucker's coming out. There, I see if you shave your armpits. No. I'm just naturally not very hairy there. Easy and good. Okay, that felt okay. That felt all right. Okay, that's not as good. Come on. I'm actually favoring my right shoulder a little. Do you want something? Roommate's staring at me from out there. I don't know why. Last set. This piece of grass fell in my cup. Hey, thank you very much, Severus, for the 6 bits. Well, I assume that means you're testing the subscription notification. Doesn't look like it worked. Or maybe it did and I wasn't looking. I'm gonna do another set. This is the last set, y'all. We're gonna go and we'll hit handstand push-ups, alright? Yeah, I figured you'd be testing it. Let's hit one more. Need a better song for this. So Judas Priest to finish up. Mashed Potato Tower, welcome, and thank you for the first time chat. Welcome on in. Howdy. Last set. We're gonna go in, and I'll do some handstand push-ups. Y'all did earn that today. I think I saw a 38 in here at one point, which is pretty good. I think I see 21 right now, so it's not bad. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Oh. Oh, just had my back pop rolling back there. Poochie. Ah. Fuck, come on. Oh, that's all I got. That's 12. Good day. I don't like it. As it is. Alright, let's see. Yeah, it dipped down to 83 degrees. 83.8, so just a tick under 84 in here. You do martial arts? No. I'd love to, though, but there's nowhere for me to practice it with around here. However, I do have this boxing uppercut bag I got from my amazing bro. Let me show you guys this. I haven't been able to hang it up yet. I will be hanging this bad boy up for MMA. Not MMA, but like boxing shit right here. Time to get into fights. No thanks. My healthcare doesn't cover anything, so I don't really feel like paying thousands of dollars in medical bills. Hard pass. Fuck that. Let's see some punches. Not right now. I haven't hung it up. What am I supposed to punch on? No, I need to get a rig. I need to get it rigged up. Well, you have to pay for healthcare. I guess it's not very clear where I live somehow. Yeah, of course I have to pay for healthcare. What a political simp. What the fuck? I'm acknowledging reality. I don't think that's simping. Only one place like that. Hey, I love the US. Yeah, not having healthcare sucks, but you can see up there, I'll be able to retire before I'm 30. So, hey, trade-offs. Okay, so it's handstand push-up hype time. So we're gonna hit that. So can I get some hype in chat for the handstand push-ups? Now, America ain't perfect, but I consider myself extremely lucky to have been born to an American family. All right, handstand push-up time. No, just do it. Oh, come on, a little hype ain't gonna kill me. Come on, pump me up a little. Where's the fun in that? No encouragement? Man, brutal. All right, well. If you do more than 3, I'll be hype. I mean, normally I can do a few. Today was a push day, so it won't be quite as easy as normal, but give it a shot. You do more than 3, I'll be hype. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, my shoulders are pretty sore after that. Yeah. That was 5. I'll take it. Yeah. Can I have my cooling tower back whenever you're done?
Of course.
With it. Let's go get some raw egg whites. That's the other thing I promised you guys. Some of y'all are sickos. Like to watch me suffer. And this is a good way to satisfy that itch for y'all and get some protein into my system for me. Oh, no, this is a fresh one. Use the one that's already opened. This guy? Feels like it might be this guy. It feels half open. And it is. Perfect. Hello, Bull. You ready to get your beast lounge on? Big Red Fro, it's always so good to see you. I am. For those of you who are in the Carolinas, I will be at Myrtle Beach this weekend, so if you want to come hang out in person, drop me a line. Come hang out, come talk to me on Discord. We made it happen. Cream? Fam, I wish. This is the exact opposite. Pure protein. And we shake a little extra, a little water in there, make sure we get everything. Hey, Malik! My main man, Malik, coming in. Came in right after the handstand push-ups, but just in time for me to chug raw egg whites on stream. So there's only 2 ways this goes. The first way is that you're all disgusted and you immediately leave. The second is that you stick around and listen to whatever other bullshit I have to say and, I don't know, punish me for shit. I don't know. Malik, through gains, all things are possible. Through gains, all things are possible. Through gains, all things are possible. Yes, sir! So, my name is BullMuscle used to be known as Beer Battered Ag. For those of you in the Twitch community who have seen me streaming before, I am very happy to have you all in here. Thank you so much, Malik. I will give you a shout out, but first, we go and knock down raw egg whites. Ugh. God, that tastes terrible. And we don't waste, so throw a little water in, get the rest. Let me give my shout out to my main man Malik. Malikito. My main man Malik here is a great fitness streamer, first off. He is in very good shape, he's very strong, and he's also a Renaissance man, and I really appreciate that. He does gaming, I've seen him practice Japanese and play instruments before live. He does all sorts of cool shit. So if you guys like my stuff, go give Malik a follow. You won't regret it. His content is excellent. Now, to wash that taste of raw egg whites out of my mouth, I am now going to get myself a protein shake, because that was gross, as it always is. So we're going to take you into the recycling bin. You go. Get ourselves some protein powder. Just the basic old stuff. Scoop one. Scoop two. So, Raiders, for those of you, again, who don't know who I am, my name's BullMuscle. I mostly do diet and exercise, health and fitness style streams. Occasionally I'll play games. I also give financial advice. Your eyes do not deceive you. That timer up there does say financially independent. I'm free in 685 days. It's just a tad under 2 years. I will be able to retire before I turn 30, and if you're interested in that, ask away. We're reaching the Q&A section of the stream. I finished my workout. So this really kind of becomes what you guys want to make of it. So if you have questions, this is the time to talk. Do not be afraid. Is Dodger okay? I hear her yelping. No, that's just, she's not yelping, that's just the hiccups. Dodger gets those a lot, and I don't know why. Oh, Dodger is my roommate, for those of you who don't know. Y'all probably see her in a few minutes here, once I'm done shaking this up. Shaky, shaky. Shoulder sore. Show off the abs, just casual, you know, as one does. Yeah. Look at that. It's a good feeling. Yanks move over. The Reds are America's team now. I mean, fuck the Yanks in general, so I can get on board with that. I'm not sure Cincinnati would be the team I'd replace them with, but hey, you know. Speaking of Cincinnati, made myself a big pot of chili last time. All right, Malik, hey, it's always good to see you, man. Take care. Always, I get it. You know, you gotta get food after a workout. So hopefully your workout was good. If you were working out, hopefully if you were gaming or doing something else, it all went well for you. I'm always so appreciative of guys like you coming in and rating. It's not lost on me that you could have chosen any other streamer, but you chose me today, and for that I'm very thankful. This tastes really good after knocking down egg whites. Fill up the rest with water. That'll do. Waste not, want not. Alrighty. So, welcome to the Q&A section of my stream. In the future, what I'm going to hope to do is I've actually got a capture card. All I need to do now is, I believe, get a USB. What I'll be able to do on these streams is get what I'm doing on my main computer, maybe even the camera as a source, and display it on this computer while this computer runs OBS, and maybe I'll be able to, I can like dive straight in from working out to old school RuneScape on this computer. I don't know if that'll actually work that way. We'll find out. But I can't do that yet because I don't have the right connectors. So we'll turn this just a touch. What time will Dodger go live tonight for Tarot? Dodger, what time are you going live tonight for Tarot?
8:30.
8:30. So that's in 90 minutes. I guess I could, in theory, just raid her. I don't know if I want to stick around on stream for that long. We'll see how the questions go. If it's an active chat, I could easily go that long. It really just depends on what y'all want to see. If y'all are wondering, Dodger actually trimmed up my my hawk here a little bit. It's getting nice and long at the top. I don't think I'm going to go much taller than this, but I really kind of like it the way it is now. I actually may narrow it up. I feel like it's a bit wide. I may narrow it just a touch, but it's easier to narrow it than you can't make it wider. It takes a lot longer for it to get wide than for it to get narrow, so it's important to do that with caution. Probably won't make it a lot more narrow, just maybe like, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch off of either side. I do like that with this haircut, I'm like 6'4" now. That's kind of cool. So, this is, again, the Q&A section of the stream. So for those of you raiders, would love to hear from you. If you've got any questions, who am I, what this is, what I was just doing in the gym, diet questions, exercise questions, you name it, this is the time to ask. Otherwise, grab my phone. Oh. We'll check how the markets did. Tomorrow's Financial Fitness Friday, so we usually talk about that a little bit more then. But we can go ahead and take a look at it today. It's been it's been a bull run. As a stock market bull, I'm quite pleased about that. What, you thought that was the only bull-related thing about me? No, I'm an optimist in general. The S&P 500 cleared 4,400 today. The first time it has done so in over a year, I believe. So that's great news. Stock market is returning to its 2021 level highs, and it seems to me like, everybody keeps talking about, oh, the market's going to crash, the market's going to crash. Not so sure. And there are a few things that really do unnerve me. The first is the United States' inability to get its deficit spending under control. But on the flip side, the U.S. economy is running great right now. Inflation has come back down to 4%. Like a dozen eggs here is almost back under $1 again. It's I think I got mine for $1.12. Just terrific. So, prices of food are coming back down, or if they're not coming back down, they're not getting higher. So inflation's starting to cool off some. Unemployment rate is still below 4%. In general, I have to give credit where it's due. The economy's doing pretty darn well right now. I'm worried that it's temporary because we're spending way more than we're taking in. But yeah, surprised the Dow is up in spite of the Saudis cutting down on oil exports. It doesn't matter. See, the thing is, the United States actually we produce more than the Saudis do. The problem with the United States is that we are fat and lazy in this country and we consume too much of it. If we consumed less oil, that makes this a lot better. If we consumed less oil, we'd be able to export so much that the Saudis and the Russians would be our bitch. Unfortunately, everybody here in America wants a great big truck that gets 10 miles a gallon, and I'm going to lift it, and I'm going to drive it 50 miles every day to my workplace. Which, of course, when everybody does that, you get horrendous traffic and extreme amounts of oil consumption. And obviously, it's not just that, but that's the one that bothers me the most. All too often, people make profoundly stupid decisions with the vehicles they choose to own. And it's okay, right? Like, if you own a ranch and you live out in the sticks and you actually do agricultural work, sure, get yourself a truck or a van. There are a lot of cowboy Cadillacs out there who maybe will tow a boat with it once a year or twice a year, and that's it. And for the rest of the time, it's a grocery getter. It does all the same jobs a Honda Civic could do. Like, yeah. Oh, Antonio Brown's doing something stupid again.
Guys, there's been another Antonio Brown thing.
Big Red, I will be honest with you. I enjoy it at this point. It's funny. In a perverse sort of way, it's quite enjoyable. Okay, yeah, so I can feel quite a bit of pain in my shoulder. That's a bit worrisome. I think it's something like deep down in the rotator cuff because I can feel it rotating. How's this feel? Oh yeah. Okay, so if I push this way on my shoulder and I bring my shoulder in towards my chest like I was doing a chest fly, like you've seen the ones at the gym where it's bent, right? It's not out like this. It's bent up and you're like this. I can feel that deep down in my shoulder, like near the joint. That's a worry. I just don't know what to do about it. That's the real problem. Dodger AV got the Albany Empire kicked out of Arena Football League. How the F do you do that? I mean, pure stupidity, I'm guessing. I mean, what do you want me to say there? It's Antonio Brown. Are you really that surprised? The man is a gong show. The man is a walking, talking meme at this point. I think it's hilarious. It's sad, but it's also fucking hilarious. Alrighty. Alrighty, so I will do a little bit of stretching, and if nobody else has got any other questions, it seems like the chat's getting a little bit quiet, we'll look to raid someone. I will be live again tomorrow morning, so if you guys have questions and you want to wait till then, that works just as well. Turn the light on so that way you can actually see me here. He's the reason Tree had some great content. Oh, absolutely. That much cannot be argued. The man, the meme, the legend, Antonio Brown. So, I should mention, if it wasn't really, really obvious, that I'm not a very flexible person. So I need to do more of this, and I just don't, and I should. Oh. Mm. Ouchie.
Keep that up, you'll be singing the Bee Gees.
Yeah, probably. Wow, that was painful. Yeah, usually I have a laptop. Usually I have a little laptop stand that helps cool my laptop, but Dodger has taken it, so I'll get it back from her at the end of the stream here. Do a little bit more stretching out. You know, I can do it. This will help. There we go. Oh. Little cat cow, downward dog, cobra pose. Cobra. Oh. Oh. Ouchie. All right. Whew. Let's get a little bit of stretching. So let's add in the egg whites and proteins that we just had. It's 440 calories. I just know this off of memory. I've written it down so many times. By the way, I recommend a food journal or an exercise journal, or both. There we go. Good. So let's see, how much have I actually consumed today? So let's see, 280, 420, 600, 700, 1140, and 23, 35, 51, 55, 135. So we're doing pretty good. 1100 and change calories, over 130 grams of protein. That's a good. That's a pretty good ratio right there. All right. So, do we have any other further questions? Let me go ahead and take this off. Not stretching anymore. Better get the better view of my body. Do we have any other further questions? Otherwise, I'm going to look to rate someone. We got Celtsy, we got Terrible, got Hime, Terrible Hime, Holder Hack, Sergeant Thunder Thighs. I'll probably raid Celtsy. I haven't done that in a hot minute. Yeah, I think so. I think we're gonna raid Celtsy. Yeah, seems like chat's gone real quiet, so we'll I think we'll look to raid someone here, and that'll be that. I'll probably be live later for when Dodger's doing. Well, I won't be live, but I'll be hanging out with Dodger when she goes and does tarot. So yeah, let's go give Celtsy a raid. All right, I think that's going to do it for us. Severus, thanks for the cheers and for the help on getting everything fixed. Maliki, Tho, thank you for the raid. Sophie Amazing, Black Archer, Excara Doc, Burned In, and Hazawana Ronks, and Omania Mania, thank you for the follow. John Deeds, thank you for the bits. And Vacuum Trash, thank you for the prime sub. Much appreciated as always. And as always, make good decisions. Those good decisions form your habits. Those habits form your values. Those values form an ethos. That ethos can be the guide star through the rough waters of life. Much love, y'all. Come in for the hug.